Hi guys, welcome to today's session. Today, I'll be showing you the ways method how you can use to pass the NVIDIA Certified Associate AI infrastructure and operation. We all know today that AI is really transforming um, the way we work, starting from enterprise to society to every walks of life entirely. And to get started into this, you need to understand the infrastructure that makes this AI to work effectively. Now, let's talk about ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. All those generative AI platform runs on a software which is called the NVIDIA chips. So in this case, to understand how this works from the basic, to understand how it works on the basic, you need to understand how NVIDIA works, what's the difference between a GPU and a CPU, how does a NVIDIA GPU even works, what are the categories, the types, and the kind of NVIDIA chips you can use for your workload. Is it a very high-end capacity NVIDIA GPU or a low-end capacity NVIDIA GPU? Depends on your workload. So I recently write the exam. I'm going to show you step by step how you can prepare for the exam, the best way to do it, and at the end of the day, you're going to pass your exam. Now, just to let you know, I passed the exam with this is my score report. I have 87% in the AI infrastructure, 95% in AI operations, and in introduction to AI, I had 93%. So I'm going to be showing you in terms of the practical way how I was able to pass the exam. So now let's go to the overview of the exam. So this is from the NVIDIA website, and this is what the exam is all about, the exam details. It's an 1 hour exam, and also it's $125. That's the price. It's an associate exam because it takes you the fundamental level. You have to, in terms of, it's not really a professional exam, but something you can actually start with. So it has a number of 50 questions, and with the prerequisite, you don't need to know a lot of things before you can write the exam. Just a basic understanding of infrastructure, the data center infrastructure, and normal basic infrastructure understanding is okay for you to write the exam. The exam is for 2 years, so it's validated. If you write the exam this year, it's going to expire by 2028. So, what are the components of this exam? So, let's go to the exam blueprint. So, the first part is the AI knowledge. So, that's the first part of the exam, which covers 38%, and it starts for you to understand what is the whole NVIDIA software stack involved. Their GPU, the types of the GPU. Is it Blackwell? Is it an upper? So we have the H100, H200, DigiSpark. So those kind of software stack, you need to understand it. And also the comparison in terms of the inference architecture. What are the requirements, and also the concept of AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So because people doesn't really understand what's the difference between AI and machine learning, so you need to understand that, and also the AI use case. And I mentioned the difference between a CPU and a GPU. So that's the AI knowledge. The AI infrastructure, okay, is GPU itself. So different use cases, how it's related to the data center, the power, the cooling, the components, starting from the NVLink, the RDMA, the InfiniBand, and all other infrastructure that surrounds the AI infrastructure. And the last one is AI operations. That's the management, ability to be able to monitor the temperature, the GPU, memory, the capacity, utilization. So those are the things. Those are the three components of the exam. And you can see that the AI infrastructure takes 40%. So it really covers a large chunk of the exam. And also, this is what the exam is about. So now let me give you the practical aspect. If you haven't had any NVIDIA server, or you've not worked on any NVIDIA server, it's fine. You can start with a course, but I would advise you can go to an AWS C2 instance or a Google Cloud. Just spin up a server with an NVIDIA GPU, just for you to be able to practicalize it as you are preparing for this. But actually, I have an AI GPU that I use to test, because it's going to give you an overview of what you are looking into and a very practical way of it. But the exam doesn't really deep dive into the infrastructure. But understanding it, going a bit higher level above to be able to see what works and what doesn't work is good for you in the practical aspect of the exam. So, what material is the best? I would actually recommend this course is from Ashish Prajapati. I don't know if I'm correct with the name, but the guy really tried. He's one of the tutors on BESA, Become Instructions Architect on the AWS. Very, very popular course. So Ashish has a very unique way of explaining things in terms of this is not actually an advertisement or a marketing for him, but it's actually just what the material is about, the course is about. It gives you a kind of an analogy whereby you can easily understand how this thing works. Something analogic to what you do, your day by day activity, your day by day activity. So it's because I'm going to recommend for you. You can actually, it's not really expensive. You can just enroll to it and understand. So what is inside the course? So this is the course material. Um, so it's going to break it down for you what you actually need to understand in NVIDIA suits, starting from okay, what is driving the AI evolution, the explosion of data, the computational power growth, and all the use cases AI has actually covered. So it covers a lot of things, different between machine learning, AI, deep learning, and generative AI. So it's a very, very deep dive course, and even the transformer model that actually give the breakthrough into the what we call the generative AI. That's the transformer model architecture. So you can see how the course is very, very detailed, very, very detailed. You have everything you need to be able to. And I'm very sure once you finish this course, you'll be able to understand. You will. I'm very, very sure that you'll be able to have at least 60% of what you need to pass the exam. So after getting up the course, it also has some practical exams you can do it. But I believe after doing the course, you have all what it takes to pass the exam. You have all what it takes to pass the exam. And also, I had a practice exam which I prompt by myself during the reading. So it's something you can actually go through. I'm going to put the link to it on on the video so that you can actually go over it and see how it works. So it's a very simple exam, just understanding how the whole architecture works, what you need and what you don't need in terms of the AI infrastructure. And it's a very, very good fundamental course that would actually give you, okay, are you going into generative AI? Are you going to AI infrastructure? Or you're even going to AI networking, but you need to even understand this because it forms fundamentals. So I'm going to put this practice exam here inside the YouTube link so that you can use it to practice at your own space and prepare for the exam. So it's one of Ash's course is very, very good. It's something I would really, really advise you to go through. And believe me, you'll be able to pass the exam. The exam is not really hard, it's easy. You can see the way I said that it gives an analogy between CPU and GPU. Things like that. These are the things that makes the course to be very, very interesting for you and for you to be able to understand better. So it's something I would really, really recommend. So if you have any question, put it on the comment section. And I think I'll start this journey and I'm going to be sharing how AI infrastructure. My expertise is within AI infrastructure, network automation. So I'll be sharing how you run AI workloads on GPUs using VLLM and all sorts of different architectures. So just stay tuned and follow me. If you have any questions, drop it on the channel. Thank you. Bye.